What about personal struggle, Sam?
Oh, how long do we
Pick
have,
one.
Susan?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So I tend to collect husbands. It's a bit of a problem, and I'm off the market forever now. I'm single forever.
Hi, welcome to Sharing with Susan B, telling stories from the heart. We're looking to inspire, telling stories of struggle, vulnerability, and lessons learned. Hi, and welcome. I'm Susan Blaine, and I'm here with Sam Laprade. I'm really excited that you're here because you're doing some amazing work, and I'm glad that we're doing this and shedding some light. Let me give you a bit of background. Sam Laprade is a certified fundraising executive, and you've been doing that for 30 years.
Yes, I got certified in 2012.
Wow.
But I've been in the fundraising world for 30 years.
And you've done a lot of stuff. Let me give some background. You've been a full-time fundraising strategist. You're a host of a radio show called The Hour of Giving. You're a keynote speaker. She's got a great website, samlaprade.com. We'll have that for you guys to check out. But you wanted to do TV or radio when you were a kid.
I did.
And you're doing it.
I did. I'm so excited.
I love those stories, you know, where you have this dream and you went to Algonquin College, you did the PR program, you graduated, you worked for CBC Radio, CBC TV, you produced a telethon, you did 54 Rock as a host. A Ford Modeling Agency, you were a show producer, and then you had some sales experience with Rogers. 6 years at the City of Nepean as a counselor's assistant and EA to the mayor.
It was the best.
Must have made a ton
Loved
of contacts.
it. I loved it. Yeah.
Then just to a few organizations that Sam has worked for: the Ottawa Hospital Foundation, Ottawa Humane Society, Ottawa Mission for almost 10 years, Boys and Girls Club, and the Ottawa Carleton Life Skills. You were the director of development there. So tell us about what you're doing now and what has you all excited. I know you just come back from 5 cities in 19-day tour.
Right. So I did a speaking tour, and it was really a great opportunity for me. And you know, one of those opportunities to travel the country and spread the message of fundraising, but also talk about some tough topics.
Yeah.
So we talked about things like workplace bullying, especially in the not-for-profit sector, which people think doesn't exist because we're all supposed to be really nice. It's just not the truth.
No.
And then, of course, sexual harassment, which is really prevalent, unfortunately, and then mental health. A lot of times fundraisers are really focused on caring for the people that they're caring for and raising lots of money. And very often we're not caring for ourselves. So I love all of that. The show, An Hour to Give, is my baby. I've had that in my brain for a couple of, close to just about 2 decades. And it's finally come to fruition.
Yeah.
18 months I've been on the air, and it's going strong. We've just launched in Halifax.
You're going national.
We're
with
going,
it. That's
hopefully,
so
yeah.
exciting.
That's the
Congratulations.
goal. And so, so it's happy girl.
Yeah, I bet. And lots more to come from Sam for sure. Yeah. You know, when we're building a career, I mean, you're 30 years in this industry, it's not without its struggle.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what we like to talk about because we like to keep it real. So what's been your biggest business struggle, Sam?
My biggest business struggle is I would talk honestly in front of 50,000 people and not do the paperwork. Like the paperwork is what absolutely makes me crazy. Like, you know, the tax thing, I have the best bookkeeper now, but that sort of back end of a business.
Which is necessary.
Absolutely, really necessary. That's the stuff that I tend to put off, and then it becomes bigger than it is. And it actually isn't that big, but it feels it to me.
Well, it's not your natural area of expertise.
Exactly.
So we procrastinate on. I'm the same way.
Yeah. I've been a part-time consultant since 2009. So that was a really smart thing I did, was become a part-time consultant, then become a full-time consultant. A lot of people try to make the jump right away. And what I find when they do that is that they're not ready for things like cash flow challenges, because sometimes you'll invoice and you won't get paid for 60 days. Yeah. So those kind of challenges...
cash flow is such a big business challenge for so many people.
Exactly.
What about personal struggle, Sam?
Oh, how long do we
Pick
have,
one.
Susan?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So I tend to collect husbands. It's a bit of a problem, and I'm off the market forever now. I'm single forever. I've really chosen some people that really didn't align with me and I with them. So I've certainly gone through my share of struggles. I think one of the biggest struggles I've ever had my whole life, and anyone that's experienced this I'm sure can relate, and that's the loss of my father in 2016. And, you know, really taking that journey with him on
Was he sick?
terminal cancer, and so over 6 months to see him deteriorate, and people used to say to me, you really will become the parent.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
It was the most bizarre thing. And so you see him and he just looks so weak. And so that was probably the biggest challenge of my
And it
life.
takes an emotional toll, and it just has a ripple effect on everything that we do. And I know how busy you are, especially just coming off of this big tour. And I get dizzy just when you share everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
What about self-care? How good are you at that?
Not good. So I will tell you that I really noticed it on this trip, that I wasn't taking care of myself. And other speakers that I was traveling the country with, they were, they brought their bathing suit and they would take a time out and they would go swimming or they would go for walks. And I was like, but in that hour, I'm supposed to write a case for support. And in this time, I blocked myself to do that because I'm trying to keep up with the needs of my clients while traveling. None of them were doing that. And I came back and I said to my mom, the biggest thing I've learned on this trip was others are caring for themselves and I fall short.
Well, and science does support. There's evidence that shows us that if we take that time, we're actually more productive, right?
Absolutely.
If we get off that hamster wheel and make time for ourselves, we're more productive in the time that we dedicate to our work. So good for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've ever heard of an author by the name of Gretchen Rubin.
Of course, yeah.
So Gretchen has something called the 4 tendencies. And she talks about these different personalities. And one of them is, I would never let you down, Susan. I would never let you down, but I would let myself down.
Yeah.
And then there's people that don't let either down. And there's all sorts of, configuration. There's 4 main types. And I read that book and I thought, oh my gosh, I wouldn't let anybody else down. My daughter, you, my friends, my family. But I constantly let myself down, and that changes. That changes now.
Yeah, good for you, because you actually are letting other people down, and you're not filling yourself up.
Agreed.
Piece of advice that you would give your younger self?
Oh,
Did we just hear it?
stay away from the boys. I would have absolutely put all my energy into the dreams and aspirations that I had. I'm someone that, you start dating someone and they love the NFL, jazz, and Japanese food.
So all of a sudden you love all those things.
3 weeks later, I'm like the biggest NFL fan and I'm listening to jazz and I'm eating Japanese food. So I very much am the kind of gal that has adapted to my ways, as opposed to absolutely, I'm stealing that.
Yeah, please do.
So as opposed to saying, this is what I want to do tonight. I wasn't like that. Yeah. Now I am.
Good.
Oh, yeah. I'm dating myself.
Let's hold her to that.
Yes, absolutely.
What's next?
Oh.
What's the big dream, Sam?
So I have a dream of doing a television show.
I can totally see that.
And it's a really kind of interesting concept. It's kind of Dear Abby meets The View, but with men and women. So that's a dream that I have. I'm also in the process of writing a book.
Yay.
So that's kind of neat. And it's the working title right now is the juice worth the squeeze?
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Oh, I like that a lot.
So it's one of those books that talks about what we put efforts into and what actually pays off.
I love that.
Both from a fundraising perspective and a personal perspective.
Oh, that's great, Sam. Rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
Yeah, some fun facts. Okay, who's your favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero would be Wonder Woman.
Favorite food indulgence?
That would be salted caramel ice cream.
Oh, ooh.
My favorite.
Oh, I have not tried that. Stay away, Susan.
Yeah, don't try it. Don't try it.
Someone that you admire?
My daughter.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Chip off the old block. Something not too many people know about you?
I don't sleep very much.
No.
Well, I guess maybe people do know that about. I don't sleep very much.
Okay, so self-care.
Self-care, yeah, I don't sleep a lot.
No.
No.
Favorite movie?
Life is Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite movie of all times. I've watched it twice a year.
And do you have a favorite book?
Yeah, I actually have a number. Love Warrior is one of them. And The Kite Runner
Oh, yes.
is another. Yeah.
What about a quote? Do you have a favorite quote?
Maya Angelou. So basically she talks, and I won't get it right, so Maya, if you're listening, you maybe not remember what somebody does or says, but they always remember how you make them feel.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
And so my daughter and I talk a lot about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so powerful. What's your definition of success in one sentence?
It is waking up every morning and can't wait to do what you do.
Yeah. It's a great feeling. Something that always makes you smile?
My parents.
Yeah? Nice. Sam Laprade.
It makes me emotional.
Oh, I can't wait to share this with people so they can see all the wonderful things that you're doing, and that we can be part of supporting you in her self-care, her new regime,
yes, I
and your
promise.
big dream.
Absolutely.
I see it for you. SamLaprade.com, An Hour to Give. She's on 1310 News and News 95.7. You can follow her. I am a big follower of all her posts. LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Check her out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's do it.
Wow, that was amazing. I was so inspired by our guests today. I hope you were too. We've got some really cool things coming up. If you have any comments or questions, please contact me. My information's below, and we'll see you next time.